India is ready to contribute towards peace. This is the statement from India's Prime Minister Modi. During his historic visit to Ukraine, PM Modi gave a clear answer to the question that is repeatedly raised. Whose side is India on? PM Modi stated that India has not remained neutral in this war from the beginning. India has always chosen a side, and that side is peace. This means India does not support aggression from any party. India has reiterated many times that this is not the era of war. From the beginning, India's clear stance has been that peace should be established through dialogue and diplomacy. PM Modi reiterated this during his visit and offered to help end the war. Modi's visit to Ukraine is historic for many reasons. It is the first time an Indian Prime Minister has visited Ukraine since the establishment of diplomatic relations between India and Ukraine. This marks a significant shift in India's foreign policy. We know that Ukraine was once part of the Soviet Union and became an independent country after the Soviet Union's disintegration in 1991. A year later, in 1992, diplomatic relations between India and Ukraine were established. Since then, no Indian Prime Minister had visited Ukraine. India has historically maintained deep relations with Russia, which is considered the successor state of the Soviet Union, while not much priority was given to Ukraine. In fact, after its independence, India's primary focus in Europe was limited to big countries like Britain, Germany, and France. However, we are now witnessing a major shift in India's foreign policy. It is becoming more dynamic. Beyond Britain, Germany, and France, India is also increasing its engagement with other European countries. Italy, Greece, Austria, and Poland are some examples. India is now adopting a multi-alignment policy instead of a non-alignment policy, maintaining close ties with all nations. In other words, India is acting as a Vishwabandhu or the friend to the world, ready to help restore peace and stability wherever needed. Now there is another question. Will Russia be upset with PM Modi's visit to Ukraine? No, this is unlikely. Vladimir Putin understands very well that in geopolitics only one thing matters, and that is national interest. Just as Russia is strengthening its ties with India's rival China to safeguard its national interests, India is similarly engaging with Russia's rival Western countries to secure its own national interests. Therefore, Russia is aware that this balancing act serves India's national interests. As a result, relations between India and Russia will not be strained by this visit. The strong relationship and cooperation between the two countries will continue. Just 6 weeks ago, PM Modi visited Russia. Today, on Zelensky's invitation, he is in Ukraine, and that too on Ukraine's Flag Day. Every year on August 23rd, Ukraine celebrates Flag Day to honor its national flag. The day after, on August 24th, is Ukraine's Independence Day. So India's Prime Minister has arrived at a very important moment for Ukraine. When PM Modi had embraced President Vladimir Putin in Russia, Ukraine had severely criticized it. But today, PM Modi also embraced President Zelensky, sending a message to Western countries that such warm greetings and embraces are part of Indian culture. Therefore, with this visit, India's relations with Russia will not deteriorate, and at the same time, its relations with Ukraine will improve. In other words, once again, we witness a diplomatic victory for India. When the situation normalizes, trade between the two countries will grow again, as the war has severely affected trade. There is also potential for increased defense cooperation. India can contribute to ending the conflict and to the post-war reconstruction of Ukraine. Overall, this visit was quite significant. This was a quick overview, and in the next video, we'll discuss the agreements between India and Ukraine. That is all for this session. Thank you for your time.